Good morning. Good morning. You already know what time it is. Tony, Lavelle, 2 minute hash podcast. Pull up to the table, grab a seat, let's begin. Real conversations when the hats come in. Life lessons, relationships too. Different perspectives, but the talk stay true. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Life, love, truth, and wisdom. Yeah, we talking about it. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Don't miss it on Facebook and YouTube. Pull up and go kick it. Tony got perspective. The Veil bring it truth. And when Queen Watkins pull up, she spilling that tea for you. Queen Watkins segment. Like that TAT. You know when Queen step in the room, the conversation getting real soon. Real soon. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. 2 minute hash podcast. Yeah, we talk about it.
Tony. Oh, my bad. Top of the morning to you, my good people. Happy Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. It's your host with the most, Tony Mays, Lavelle Salter. What it do, my guy?
Good morning. You already know what time it is. Tony.
I'm like, man. Yeah. What's going on with you today?
Hey man, let me tell you something, man. God is good, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. You know what I'm talking about?
All the time. And
how can you hear what I'm saying?
What you mean?
You know, before we talk, you know what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying until you tell me. I don't know what you're saying until you tell me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nope.
I don't.
Man,
it's man crazy right here. Hey,
how you doing?
I want to give a shout out, man, again, man, to Greg Price and Kim Price, GK Price Foundation, man, for putting on the 3rd annual Zelly Fame Easter egg hunt in Whitehaven, man. It's going to be at the David Carnes Park on April the 4th. I got it right this time. I didn't say November the 4th. I said April the 4th. That's correct. At 11 o'clock from 11 to 1. So you make sure you guys bring those children out to the park so they can have a great time looking for plastic Easter eggs with prizes and toys, candy, and gonna have DJ One Love on the ones and twos. Doing it like a fat Mac. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, show up, man, in a big way. This is the 3rd annual, man. It was a blast last year. We had a great time. So y'all make sure y'all show up and out. Pearl Walker gonna be there, Councilwoman Pearl Walker. Of course, the 2 Men Hat podcast. Half of us will be represented because the other half will be in Panama on the beach. But we will make our contribution as always. I got 500 plus eggs in there that need to be stuffed, and so we will get that done. Yeah, come on now, dog.
Man.
I got to do it. Got to stuff it. So, shout out there, man. Shout out to me. My boy Darren Lewis. Hey.
Shelby County. Stand up.
Hey.
Why you having in the building? We talking leadership now.
LVG.
Darren Lewis. Chef. Born in the city where the grand don't shake. From Whitehaven halls to the Shelby County streets. Tiger Pride running deep, being his roots.
Yep.
Now he's stepping up the.
Y'all make sure y'all vote
for
my boy Darren Lewis, man. You know what I'm saying? I got one more thing, man. That I want to play before we bring our special guest to the stage. Justin Pearson told somebody A up. Did y'all see it?
I didn't see it.
Here you go. If you didn't see it, here you go. Shout out to Justin Pearson, bro.
Thank you for the question. As far as our founding fathers and those that owned slavery, it is important not to dilute history. We need to understand and know what that is so that we don't repeat those mistakes. But the Bible also says that we will be judged in the time of our culture. And at that time, it was a common practice. Not saying that's right or wrong. The Bible actually does instruct those who do own slaves on how to treat them and to treat them fairly and kindly. But our founding fathers definitely believe that all men were created equal, and it was those beliefs that moved us from the position of slavery to where we are today. So this particular legislation does not advocate to teach those things. I think we have many other pieces of civic education that likely does include that, but this intention for this legislation is for that to not necessarily be included.
Representative Pearson.
It is nearly unconscionable to believe that you just articulated the theological vision of enslavers in this capital in the year 2026 as though it was okay. Because here's your problem. The Bible, which was written in many different iterations, but is articulating a time of thousands of years ago, was used as justification for enslavement that happened thousands of years later, 400 years ago in our country. And so even if you're trying to articulate, as you are incorrectly, that the Bible was somehow giving permission to slavery, that would have been in the era in which it was happening. It wouldn't be used as a theological justification just 400 years ago in our nation's history. But what is worse, and what is deeply disturbing by what you have just said, is not how you are saying, and that was wrong or immoral. There is no question that slavery was immoral. And you shouldn't need a Bible to know that. And there were always people who were antithetical to the antebellum South's iteration of chattel slavery. The people who were enslaved, who were kidnapped from the continent of Africa and brought here against their will. And I am a Christian, and I am a 7th-generation Tennessean. I have read the Bible from front to back, and the stories about love, about who Christ is, about loving thy neighbor and loving God is what we are told to profess. So anyone who misused the Bible to enslave people, misused the Bible to keep people in bondage, they were wrong then as you are wrong now. I refuse to support this legislation because the lens by which you are viewing the world is toxic, is damning, is wrong, and is immoral. And you, my fellow colleagues, should do much more work in understanding the history of this country and understanding the history of enslavement and the consequences that it continues to wreak and the barriers it continues to create in this state and around the country. No one should ever be able to use Christianity as justification for the enslavement of people, especially not someone who has the audacity to call themselves a legislator.
Bet. Nah. Beach. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She thought it. She thought she was gonna do it.
You very smart.
You very smart.
We the best.
We the best. Yeah, she tried it. She tried it. So, anywho, you got any more shout outs, man? Any shouts?
Man, what can you say behind it?
Put up in a place.
That man was in his bag like, bruh, shut your ugly ass up.
Man, what?
That's what he just should say it.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Say, man. Greg would say, man, look.
You know, everything is done with respect, right? I know you know. I mean, come in, let's talk about it. But don't do too much. Don't come in doing too much. Walking like a boss, yeah, but wait, don't do too much. Come sit down, let's talk, yeah, but first don't do too much. What you got going? Please don't do too much. Don't do too much, yeah, don't do too much. People on the stage, overreacting, overreaching, doing too much, period. Let's talk about you. Let's touch about it. Don't do too much.
Hey, let's bring my wife and special guest to the stage, Monica Mays, man. Hey, boo. Hey, my boo.
Good morning, Tony.
Hey, my boo.
Hey,
Good morning. How you doing? And y'all know y'all can call in if y'all got any questions for DDTM and Monica. Y'all can call them. Call in 901-438-3520. to be on the show to get your thoughts or ask a question, you can do that. All right. Let's jump on in it because I know she got stuff she got to do. She got to get off, but she got stuff she got to do.
She ain't got nothing to do.
Lavelle.
Don't do too much.
Do too much.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself, because I mean you've been kind of a staple in our show for a while, just kind of helping us doing stuff, behind the scenes and occasionally appearing on stage. But maybe people really don't really know who you are. So just tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, good morning, Tony and Lavelle and viewers. I am Monica Lachey Mays.
Oh, you gave me a whole government name?
Hey, come on, clock that.
Lachey. I'm married to a handsome, gorgeous, sexy, wonderful man.
And is.
Been married for a long time.
And is.
Have 3 children, 35-year-old, a 32-year-old, and a 30-year-old. I have 3 grandchildren, Miss Eva, Legacy, and our newest grandbaby is Mr. Antonio, who is actually, want to give a shout out to him. He turned 6 months on today.
Yeah, 4. What's up, boy?
Happy birthday.
I've been retired now for a little over a year and did 30 straight years with Memphis Shelby County Schools. And so I've been retired a little over a year and been enjoying it. Some of my hobbies include traveling. Traveling is my number one hobby.
I hope you got shopping in there.
No. I love to travel. I love to travel. But anyway, that's just a little bit about me.
So the podcast thing, Lavelle said, what you call the podcast, Lavelle? The new pulpit. Lavelle said, good morning, Ms. Paulette. He said the podcast is the new pulpit. Yeah. And so maybe everybody may not view it that way, and that's kind of how he view it. And I think he said that because it seems like it's where everybody's earning out or just having to come to Jesus meetings on the podcast.
Right.
So tell us about the Don't Do Too Much podcast and why viewers should listen to your podcast.
Well, it's a couple of reasons why I decided to go ahead and do the podcast. The main reason is, some people know me, some people don't. But just being kind of transparent, as a child, I was kind of shy and laid back and real quiet, not necessarily having a voice. And so I just wanted to be able to do something that could be a positive influence for people, to let people have a voice, to be able to voice their concerns in a safe environment, safe space. Listening to other podcasts, which is the thing that people are doing now, just listening to podcasts and actually participating in the 2 Minute Heads podcast, being on there with you guys every morning. I just think it's important and intricate for a female viewpoint. Again, having people to be able to call in, to be able to listen. One of the things that I was thinking about as I was thinking of the name for the podcast was, and how I came up with Don't Do Too Much. And I say it all the time. I know for a fact that one of you guys have either said, does it really take all that, or you've said to someone, just don't do too much. So the podcast will definitely click in on some of the things that people overdo. And hopefully the effort will be to help people not do too much.
So what would be some of the topics that you may address, when you're talking about the podcast?
So some of the topics, I just off the top of my head, I definitely want to home in on just some of life lessons. There are so many different things that you can talk about when you say don't do too much. We'll make it fun, we'll make it funny, but we also want to make it where it's helpful. Right. And so, I want to home in on like your peace. Sometimes doing too much messes with people's peace of mind. So we'll talk about that. And again, I want it to be fun, but I also want it to be positive. So those are just some of the things that come to mind for me. And again, does it really take all of that? There's so much going on in the world today. And the question that I ask often in just viewing social media, like, really, does it take all of that?
Yeah, I know a lot of times, man, when we for example, just like we was talking about yesterday, when I talked about the young ladies who went to the nude beach, showed up to the nude beach, and then pull out their cameras and walking around. And this, they got their balls out, they got their... That was doing too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it didn't take all that. Why did you have to get on social media, go live on your phone or record these people when you already knew that's what the beach was, because they got big signs out there before you walk on the beach, nude beach, and all this stuff. So why would you even walk out there? So, I do understand when you say sometimes people just do too much. And that's just, an example of somebody doing too much. But then, in everyday life, sometimes, on our jobs, at school, people just you're doing too much. You're trying to overly impress people, and you're doing too much. You stepping on folk toes trying to, show out for somebody else. So I definitely understand that.
Even with the example of scenario, sometimes people don't know that they're doing too much. You're surprised at the people who really just don't know that they're doing way too much. So I think that, even with you guys' podcast and listening to y'all, sometimes I have a perspective going in, but then I listen to the viewers, listen to the calls, and listen to you guys, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that is another point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when you bring it to the light to people, sometimes they'll understand that, hey, come on, we really don't have to do all of that.
Yeah, I've often said that, even with this show, like I've started off with certain topics and subjects, and I'd be like, nah, this is just this is my viewpoint, this is just my perspective on it, I'm sticking to it. And then by the end of the show, I'd be like, yeah, I can see that.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely understand that as well.
So what the president of these United States, he's the king of don't do too much.
Don't do too much.
Man, dude need to go sit his orange down somewhere, because he definitely doing too much.
People like him, I'm not even sure if you bring it to his attention, because that's his.
I think he know he's doing too much. I think he thrives off of doing too much. Yeah. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Don. So what was the inspiration behind your podcast and maybe starting your podcast?
Right. I think I kind of touched on that. The inspiration again was just being kind of quiet, not really having a voice and wanting to have a voice. And I think that the podcast kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of speak your mind and be able to really be transparent with your perspective. And also just having a safe place for people to come in and give their perspective without judgment.
So, and I definitely I get that too. When we think about just having a platform, but when you say you were shy and quiet, was that something that you just didn't have? You didn't feel like you had a voice as a child, or growing up didn't really have that voice, or it was just something that it was just part of who you were. So because I really want people to understand, like, because when I met you, you was quiet, like super quiet, like wouldn't holler. I mean, if we went to an event, you would sit in the corner somewhere quiet, and it went from that to you getting up, speaking and talking in church and doing stuff in church and announcements and all that stuff. And I was like, man, my wife said she done really came out of her shell. I mean, my mom,
she blossomed.
Yeah. So so was that you felt like you didn't have a voice as a child or as a youth coming up, or you felt like you was I don't know, halted some kind of way, or was that just maybe you just realized, or just knowing deep down or feeling deep down that you just didn't have a voice?
Well, just full transparency, as a child, different traumas and things of that nature will cause you to believe that you don't have a voice.
Okay.
And then as you get older and you start to mature and you get around the right people, that's key. Sometimes you can have family and it not be family, but you have people surrounding you, or God will put the right people in the right places that will allow you to feel safe, or in a safe place to say what you feel and feel how you feel. And it's okay to feel how you feel. And so just full transparency, as a child, so many things or different things happen to make me feel that I didn't or wasn't able to speak or, have the voice that I wanted. Even, with transparency with me and Tony, we got married very young, didn't have a clue of how to be a wife, how to be a mother, how to, really thrived because of the examples that were said or the things that I saw, as a child. But again, I had so many positive people put in the right place for the examples, for the guidance, for the, and so that's another part or piece of this podcast. You may not have it all together all at one time, and it may take you to turn 50 or 55 before you actually get it. But when you get it, you got it. And so that, that's just the way it was. I just felt like at that time I didn't have a voice, and I was afraid to speak out and afraid to do certain things. But now, you come for me, I got you, because I'm gonna say what I say.
And that's what I used to always say. I used to always say, man, she's like a quiet storm, because like if you push her, like she coming up out that corner, like rah,
I got you.
Yeah, she had you back then. You just wouldn't see it coming.
Yeah,
and you'd be like, was that really Monica?
Yeah. Monica now though, Doc, she got a way. She ain't even got to say nothing. She got a certain look, certain aura. If she look at you a certain way, you better move your ass out the way. It's gonna be
clock that T, bro.
But no, it took a lot in all seriousness. It really took a lot of growth, a lot of maturity. A lot of changing mindsets, a lot of changing of other behaviors that that I thought was right, that was wrong. And so it just took a lot of growth and a lot of and I'm telling y'all, for real, this is way out my box. This is way out of my box. I was up late last night. Tony probably tell you I was up late. Like, I'm nervous as nervous can be, but I just believe that this is something that maybe my calling, like this may be the thing, my niche, as people say. I may not have it all right or all together all at one time, but I just believe that I'll grow in this podcast and be able to actually be a light for someone else.
You have this saying that you like to say, which was always been captivating to me. Even on the wall, like right next to you had this sign done, and this all these different colors, because you love colors, vibrant colors. I can tell by your set. If y'all saw her rug is literally like 30 colors. It's just really vibrant. And then her backdrop and all that stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the backdrop and have a little color and stuff, because I know she loves like color. But the sign right next to you on the wall says amazing things happen here. And you have this saying that you always say, and I've always been captivated by this saying, and I thought it was just, a really positive saying. But what is that saying that you always say?
So, before I say the saying, smiling faces sometimes tells lies. That's why a lot of times I try to post things and say things that people understand that it doesn't take a thing to be kind to somebody, because you really don't know who you're coming in contact with. And what they faced that day, that week, that month, or what have you. But my saying is, every day may not be good or great, but there's always something good or great in every day. That's something that I live by. Like, I may be having a bad moment, but that doesn't mean that's the end. Every day may not be good or great, but there's something great in every day.
Man, that's awesome. And so I know you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Lavelle, did you have any questions before I ask this one last question?
Well, I just was kind of like appalled that I bought this cap yesterday and she got on the same color, man. That's my sister from another movie. I just thought that was
great minds think alike, Bill.
Callers, did you guys have any questions? Viewers, if you have any questions, you can call in 901-438 3520 if you have any questions that you would like to ask Monica. I know good morning, Phyllis. Good morning, Miss Loretta. Clarence, what up, though? He's probably at work. trying to get off so he can get down here.
Yeah.
So this one last thing, because I think this is very important, because I told Lavelle, I said, man, Monica got one up on us, really, because we done kind of went through the trial and error already. So she ain't necessarily got to go through some of the trials and errors and stuff that we went through. The mics don't work and the sound, we can't this and that. And she don't have to go through a lot of that, or just understanding how the platform works, as we've already figured out a lot of that stuff. And so She all she had to do was just sit on her set with or without a guest. It looked pretty and drink her wine and whatever you see. She got her wine, her 2 wine glasses, her Starbucks coffee, and and so I think it is very essential. Like I wanted her to be herself, but I also wanted to create this space that I felt like was her, and so I didn't want it to be the typical like our space. We just got these little green screens behind us and all this stuff, but I wanted her space to be special, and I wanted it to represent her. And so we do have a caller, so let's take this caller. Thank you for calling in 2 Men and a Half podcast with our special guest Monica Mays. Who we have on the line?
Yo, this your brother-in-law.
What up, C?
What's going on, man?
You got it, man,
bro.
Yeah. What's up, Val? Hey, sis. I'm just in here packing, getting my stuff together, man. 'Cause, just ready to hit this road, man, and touch on down to the home spot.
Man, I thought you was at work.
No, I called off, dog. I told him,
This man called in.
I had to call in, bro. I told him my back was hurting. I worked too hard yesterday, man.
Did y'all take the kids out of school too?
No, they in school.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I know, boy, pull the kids out of school.
Yeah, I told him I pulled something in my back. I wasn't gonna be able to make it, man.
He sure did it?
He sure did.
You got some questions for your sister?
About her podcast?
I mean, that's what we talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. I just called. I ain't even got it on. I just called.
Okay.
When's the first show, sis?
Okay. Somebody else just asked the same thing.
Good question, guys. So the shows will be this 2 Men and a Half. I come to the realization that putting lipstick on at 8 o'clock is a no-go for me. So
don't do too much.
The shows will be in the evening, Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. The first show is scheduled to air on April the 9th.
April the 9th. Y'all heard it.
April 9th.
April the 9th.
Hey,
7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 7 p.m. So that means you can get off work, come in, have your dinner, sit down with your wine, cut on Monica, and watch the show.
Yeah.
So are you going to have a special guest on your first show, or is it just going to be you introducing us to you?
So I think that the first show will just be kind of an introductory type thing. Most of the shows will just be me doing my talk about whatever. And then I will have guests. I have another chair to add a guest because I want to hear other perspectives as well. But the first show will kind of be like a, just a get to know you type thing.
Yeah. Right. Was your first guest going to be your brother and your sister-in-law, or did you have something else planned?
That would be a good thing to have my brother, because I love my brother. I think my brother should be my first guest.
Man, bye.
I think so too.
Have a great day. Finish packing. Bye.
Oh man,
that man crazy. Miss Loretta said, "Congrats, Monica. It's only up from here." Phyllis said, "Awesome, congratulations."
Thank you.
So, so our last question, because I know you got to get out of here, is how can viewers support you, and where can they find your podcast shows?
Well, I just want to thank people already, because I think I got so excited. Y'all was on the Don't Do Too Much page, and I was like, I already got 100 and some people. So you know what? I just appreciate you guys. If you go to the @DDTM podcast, you'll be able to pull my page up, like, share, subscribe. Again, it's @DDTM podcast, and
that's on Facebook and YouTube, correct?
Yep. Facebook and YouTube.
So Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube channel because again, Facebook only holds these lives for 30 days.
Yep.
And then they go away. But on YouTube, they don't go away as of right now. They're kind of on there. They'll be on there. So you definitely want to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, her channel and our channel. Make sure you subscribe to ours as well. We're trying to get our subscribers up. She wants to get her subscribers up, and make sure that, you know, you just go and do that, man. And we're going to create her a community page as well. So like those conversations that she have once a week on Thursday, because like for me, I'm a podcast junkie now. So that once a week for me gonna have me like, man, scratching itchy, like I can't wait to Thursday, you know. So I'm excited about, you know, what she's doing. I'm excited for her to start this new chapter in her life, you know, and I think it's gonna be really, really good, because a lot of times, whether y'all know it, a lot of these topics and stuff come from her. Mm-hmm. She feed me a lot of these topics, so that means she probably gonna stop feeding me, but that's cool, because Miss Gwen be feeding me, Phyllis be feeding me, Lavelle and I we do come up with our own stuff, man. I ain't, you know, but she give us a lot of them. So
it's gonna be interesting though, because it's gonna probably sometime be a piggyback, because a lot of the times there be so much meat left on a certain subject, so it wouldn't even hurt to just say, listen, on 2 Minute podcast early this week, man, y'all missed a good topic. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true too.
Absolutely.
Yep, that's true. All right, well, babe, I know you got to go. So thank you guys. Thank you again for coming on and being our special guest this morning to share your show, your upcoming show, when it's going to be on, and how viewers can see y'all. But y'all make sure y'all go like, subscribe, and share. That's DDTM podcast. It's Lavelle already put it up. He already put the Facebook one up there, and the YouTube is DDTM at DDTM. You can go into YouTube and you can search at DDTM podcast and then pull it up.
So before I go, Tony, if I could, I do want to give like special thanks. One to my husband, Tony Mays. When I tell you the support that I received for this, I came down here and he done recreated a whole room for me. And he didn't have to do it. So I really want to publicly say thank you, babe. I really, really love you. I appreciate you and everything that you do to support my efforts, even with helping me not being as nervous as I am right now. And so I really adore you. I love you. I do want to say thank you to Lavelle and DJ, because I got the best songs ever. You know, Lavelle, man, I don't even have to ask him. He just does what he does. And I just really thank you, Lavelle, for really stepping in and creating a song for me. Tony, before I go, I want you to play that song again now, okay?
Which one? His song or
y'all need to go and play both of them. Y'all got time. But anyway, thank y'all. And I
okay.
And I thank you in advance for the support I received from the viewers. Thank you guys.
Somebody different. I love it.
Thank you, babe.
I'm gonna pull up one I did. Hold on. This sound like a threat. This sound like a threat, Tony. We're gonna be obedient. All right, you go mine.
If it feel like too much, it probably is. Don't do too much. Keep it real over here. Don't do too much. The vibes only over here. Too real for the drama, too chill for the hype. Monica on the mic and the vibe feel right. Don't do too much. Don't do too much per cab. Don't do too much per cab. With your host, Monica and her special guest. Real talk, Memphis vibes. No extra, don't be too much.
Don't do too much. Now here's the other one. What happened?
I don't know. It didn't play.
Maybe that was one Lavelle had.
Oh yeah, at the bottom.
Look, if it feel like too much, it probably is. Don't.
Okay, let me go back. We supposed to know how to do this stuff by now. Oh, it was at the end. That's what it was. I got it. Here it goes.
You know everything is done with respect, right? I know you know.
Gotta be respectful.
Come in, let's talk about it. But don't do too much. Don't come in doing
too much.
Walking like a boss. Yeah, but wait, don't do too much. Come sit down, let's talk. Yeah, but first don't do too much. What you got going? Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. People on stage overreacting, overreaching, doing too much. Period. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
DJ one time in the building, baby.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Prince DJ, man. Yeah. Oh, Wild Out Wednesday, baby. Thank you, man. I enjoyed that with my babe this morning, man.
Most definitely. We're happy for her. And like she
Yeah.
said, man, one thing about it, knowing you all as long as I have, to see her blossom and become who she is. And one thing that I loved is being able to go to her job when she was working for Middle Shelby County Schools, to see her working her element, to see her do her thing and stuff like that. So that was a feather in my cap, just seeing it, and then to see her retire and do all that, man. That's some major milestones.
Absolutely, man. Again, man, I can't say enough about her, bro. Like I've watched the growth, in these last 37 years.
Well, was she supposed to stay on the show today, but she's still sitting there?
Nah, she gone. She finna get ready. She off the stage though.
Okay,
She gotta go. Yeah, she got somewhere she gotta be.
Okay.
But she just sitting there looking beautiful,
looking like you looking.
But yeah, so I do, man. Like I'm proud of her, man, because of the work that she's put in and the growth and the maturity, and I always tell people all the time, even when I talk about our relationship, that we basically grew up together. We both were young. We got married young in our early 20s. She was 20, I was 23. That's young. We ain't know nothing. We didn't really know ourselves, and we had to grow together and grow up together. So we've come a long way, man, just to see her blossom into the person that she's blossomed into, man. It's awesome, bro. So
it's always interesting, like our parallel in relationships, because Dunn was 30, I was 25. So
yeah. I mean, it was early, which is good for me, because when them kids got to a certain point, I was like, bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah, we were still young. Like, people look at us now, we be out and we be like, y'all got children, I got my children grown 30 something. They be like, what? Y'all got a 30 something year old? Like, yeah, I got 3 30-year-olds. So yeah. So all right, man. It's Wild Out Wednesday, man. And I got to go back to Justin Pierce again, because he told her cat ragged. So I'm gonna play this again, and then we just gonna talk about this.
Thank you for the question. As far as our founding fathers and those that owned slavery, it is important not to dilute history. We need to understand and know what that is so that we don't repeat those mistakes. But the Bible also says that we will be judged in the time of our culture. And at that time, it was a common practice. Not saying that's right or wrong. The Bible actually does instruct those who do own slaves on how to treat them and to treat them fairly and kindly. But our founding fathers definitely believe that all men were created equal, and it was those beliefs that moved us from the position of slavery to where we are today. So this particular legislation does not advocate to teach those things. I think we have many other pieces of civic education that likely does include that, but this intention for this legislation is for that to not necessarily be included.
Representative Pearson.
It is nearly unconscionable to believe that you just articulated the theological vision of enslavers in this capital in the year 2026 as though it was okay. Because here's your problem. The Bible, which was written in many different iterations, but is articulating a time of thousands of years ago, was used as justification for enslavement that happened thousands of years later, 400 years ago in our country. And so even if you're trying to articulate, as you are incorrectly, that the Bible was somehow giving permission to slavery, that would have been in the era in which it was happening. It wouldn't be used as a theological justification just 400 years ago in our nation's history. But what is worse, and what is deeply disturbing by what you have just said, is not how you are saying, and that was wrong or immoral. There is no question that slavery was immoral. And you shouldn't need a Bible to know that. And there were always people who were antithetical to the antebellum South's iteration of chattel slavery. The people who were enslaved, who were kidnapped from the continent of Africa and brought here against their will. And I am a Christian, and I am a 7th generation Tennessean. I have read the Bible from front to back, And the stories about love, about who Christ is, about loving thy neighbor and loving God is what we are told to profess. So anyone who misused the Bible to enslave people, misused the Bible to keep people in bondage, they were wrong then as you are wrong now. I refuse to support this legislation because the lens by which you are viewing the world is toxic, is damning, is wrong, and is immoral. And you, my fellow colleagues, should do much more work in understanding the history of this country and understanding the history of enslavement and the consequences that it continues to wreak and the barriers it continues to create in this state and around the country. No one should ever be able to use Christianity as justification for the enslavement of people, especially not someone who has the audacity to call themselves a legislator.
Man.
Yeah, she ruffled some feathers.
Yeah. But I mean, the whole premise of her doing that and using all of that was to say that they don't want to teach about slavery in school.
Correct.
And that whole legislation or bill or whatever she's trying to get passed is for them to just completely remove all of that out. Because if you hear me say, well, we've moved on, we moved forward. That doesn't erase the past. Moving forward doesn't erase the past.
Nope.
And for her to sit there and try to use, slavery and the Bible, using the Bible to justify slavery, and so that we can we're past that. We're better people. But our founding forefathers said all men are crazy, so we're better than that now, and we can we don't have to. We want to remove that from from the educational. What? Are you serious? But that's kind of way things have been going all along, though. Like if you really been looking at what's been going on lately, everything is about erasing history, and it's not the U.S. history; it's our history, the Black folk history. They don't even want us to have a month of February, Black History Month.
But the thing about it, American history is Black history because we did every damn thing. I mean, we created everything.
They don't want us to be a part of the American history, is what I'm saying.
They ain't got to.
It's the same way, but it's the same way they didn't erase the Indians. They didn't try to erase the Indians out of history.
And that's us too. We the Indians too.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they, when you start thinking about it, all people derive from Black folk.
Correct.
I don't care how you look at it. There's a documentary out right now where the man just went on a mission tracing the history back, man, all the way back to what's Nelson Mandela's people, back to his folk, basically.
Right.
How they had them Chinese looking eyes, and he even took the Asian people back. How they had the Chinese, they tight eyes. Yeah. So this right here, man, like it really gets under my skin a lot when I started to think about or just start to listen to people like this. Like it's hard for me to listen to Donald Trump say anything.
Yeah.
Like it's difficult. It's super difficult for me to listen to him say anything. Like I don't want to hear no address on about nothing, because everything he says, I happen to have hear a clip yesterday. I heard a clip of him yesterday talking on TikTok about him talking about Cuba and how he said he's going to take Cuba. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I'm going to take it. They're going to give it to me. I'm going to take it because I can. That's what he said. I said, this man is crazy. He said, cause I can do it. And I wasn't even really mad at him for saying that, because the way Congress and the Senate has given him power, or I'm just gonna have it just allowed him to do stuff.
Right.
Like even with this war, he was supposed to get go to Congress and get, he just did it on his own.
Stupid.
It's like he's literally doing whatever he wants to do, and nobody's the Senate, all these Republicans are fine. Yeah, we support the president. It's like in other countries, bro. That's the part is getting me, man. Other countries are sitting back looking at us like the Americans got to be the most idiotic people ever. They got this dude over here. They got to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't gonna say it's just President Trump. They gonna say it's the American people because from a Senate and Congress perspective, we're allowing him to do it.
Yep. Indeed.
Rodney said there's a name for it. It's called paper genocide.
Wow.
Man. Ms. Gwen said they don't want to look at the mirror at their hate or its reflection broadcast to the world. History truly does repeat itself. It's allowed, if allowed. And I think that's what I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, Ms. Gwen. It's that they don't want to constantly be reminded of what they did, and especially if they can't do it now. Why keep reminding us of how we treated blacks? Because we can't do it. We can't do it now, but some of them still try to do it. I guarantee you right now.
The other thing that's happening as well.
I guarantee you, if you asked a bunch of millionaires and billionaires, racist millionaires and billionaires, if they could own slaves, would they do it? And probably 100% of them probably would say yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing is that what they're upset about, even with them saying that the world is too populated,
mm-hmm.
the white people are becoming the minority.
Yep.
In a couple, and I think they saying probably about another 4 to 5 years, they gonna almost, for the most part, gonna probably be extinct.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't try to, in so many ways, to try to kill us off as a people. I mean, you name it, they done it. You know, mentally, spiritually, physically. They don't try to take us off the face of the earth. And we even in our foul, messed up ways, how we even do ourselves, but we still some kind of way we stand and are resilient. They can't figure it out. Like we like gremlins. We keep on multiplying. We don't die.
But think about it, Lavelle. I mean, you just said that this country was built on the back of black folk.
Right.
We didn't endure the most harshest, the worst stuff that you can think of. We didn't endure it already.
Mm-hmm.
So the little stuff you do to us now, it don't affect us. We didn't endure the most horrific, heinous. Even if you think about past slavery in the 60s, and even the 50s, the 40s, 50s, 60s, where they were just hanging black people, setting them on fire, castrating them, cutting their genitals off, and putting them in their mouth and hanging them. And we didn't endure all that, bro. Sicking the dogs on us, wetting us up with water hose. You ain't finna do that to us now.
It's gonna be a misunderstanding.
You ain't finna do that to us now.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to strip us of every gun, and you're gonna have a problem doing that.
But I think what really, really, like, kind of makes me, in so many ways it make me feel, sad,
Yeah, it's a lot of emotions come out.
But not that, but we don't. It's so many of us don't know who we are. We don't understand our true value with everything that we've been through as a people, especially our young folks. They don't know, the things that you said, like you said earlier, that we withstood, and the things that's happened to us, and we can't come together. All the time we come together for some foolishness, and we fight each other, we shoot each other, and it's like it was a newspaper report that came out some years ago. They put it in the New York Times. White lady put the report in there and said, "We ain't got to do nothing else to them. They killing their own self."
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, man, is we do it to ourselves. We continue, and they sit back and say, again, like you said, we no longer have to do a lot of this stuff to them because they're doing this, and we just sit back And then so I think that's where it came in, because I've heard a lot of I've heard some gang leaders, like some old heads, some old OGs, real OGs, talk about. I don't know if you ever seen. You might have to go. You probably can go look. I'm gonna see if I can find the video. But they talked about Chicago. Some of those old head gang leaders, OGs, talked about how it just like one of the most popular parks that was there that black people hung out at. That crates and stuff of guns would just mysteriously appear in these parks, like assault weapons. Like we didn't have this stuff. Then he said we couldn't even get this stuff. Where did we start? He said they would just mysteriously show up at park. We break on, we see all these guns, we get them. Everybody got a gun.
Yeah, they planting them in the hood.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the video so we can play the video, because it you know some people might say, man, them folk ain't. Y'all, we ain't just came up with these guns on our own. Half of us couldn't even afford the kind of guns that's out here on the streets now.
Nope.
Back then, we couldn't even afford them kind of guns. All them Tech 9s and all that stuff.
Right.
And we didn't even know where to go get it from. Ms. Gwen said it's about power, control, entitlement, and superiority. Their stance is against anyone that is not them, but especially us, because we are a reminder of all they desire to be and accomplish, but you cannot do so. We are the creators, builders, dreamers, and brilliant minds that they steal and duplicate from throughout history. Destroying our minds, thoughts, and actions destroys our future. Yeah. And I mean, and you just said a mouthful too, Ms. Gwen, because they desire to be like us. They why you think they go get the tans? They go and make their skin darker because they don't want to be pale. They don't want to be so white. They go get the Botox in their lips so they can have the full lips.
Then also too, bro, another thing that's happening, I think a lot of them are upset about. There's a lot of individuals where their parents, was telling them, the wrong way, and they having their own mindset, and they were saying, you all were wrong. What y'all did to those people are wrong. You got several individuals who are advocates for black people who, saying like this one white guy that's be on Instagram and was it TikTok a lot. I think his name is last name was started with a W. Whitley did, but he's a heavyset dude with a beard. He be going in, bro. I'm talking about he don't care. He's very unapologetic himself, and he just say what he mean, and he mean what he say. But it's a lot of them coming like, hey man, y'all out of order. If y'all out here doing this stuff, y'all wrong. Yeah. They can't stand it.
I saw a dude. I don't know if this is the same dude. He was a thick dude. He was more kind of muscular, like a build, but he was thick, and he had almost kind of like a mohawk. And he talked about how he was a racist. He said I was a diehard racist. He said I was a diehard racist because, and he said, and let me tell y'all, we're not born. We're taught that way. We're taught that. And he said he was taught that all his life. And so he just felt like that was what he had to do. And he said he was a diehard racist until he said he got a splinter in his finger, a splinter. And he said that thing had got infected to, they was talking about having to amputate his hand. And he said it was a black person that worked on him, worked with him, and did whatever they did. And he said it was at that point that, he's like, man, why are we hating these folk? Like, why? Like, what's the, and he realized that what he was doing was wrong. He realized the error of his ways, and I think when you have a lot of white children, that's why their parents don't want them to hang around, because when they see they ain't that bad, they ain't bad like mama them say, dad them say, they ain't this, they ain't that, they ain't, when they really realize that ain't the case, it's like then they white daughter go and get the black dude and have a baby by him. So are you gonna hate your black grandbaby? And sometimes it takes that to change them. Phyllis, do you think the actors and actresses that were played in the slavery movies have to see therapists for their mental health?
I believe they do.
I don't know, because I guess it really just depends on the role of what they did. And then you got to understand back then, if they played those roles, I mean, it was for a check. You know what I'm saying? I got to try to feed my family. And
Yeah, but I understand what
and
you're
then some of them play roles. You got to understand, because think about what's the one where what's his name? Oh my God, it was a big slave movie.
The Roots.
Now you know Roots was big, but now the one after that, oh my God,
Django.
no, not
a lot
Django.
of them. There's so many of them.
Django. Now this was like where they drug him in court, and that's when Quincy Adams and all them was trying to hold on. Oh, it's right on my tongue.
You talking about the one Denzel Washington was in?
No,
Glory.
No, that was good too, but that was more up to date. Yeah, no,
Okay.
Cause that was like the Civil War. That was them in the Civil War. Amistad.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Amistad. Amistad was one of those movies where yeah, bro. Like Amistad was probably outside of maybe Roots and them doing the Roots. Amistad was probably the most realist movie, bro. Like 12 Years a Slave was good. I like 12 Years a Slave, but that was kind of right. That was after slavery was supposed to be almost over, and they had a guy that was free, basically free, a free man that was captured and sold back into slavery again, and so that was almost at the end of slavery. But this Amistad was deep while they was still transporting, folk from Africa, stealing them and transferring. Amistad was good. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go back and watch it again.
Man, when you say that, I think that's one I'm gonna review because
I'm gonna go back and watch it again, man, because it has a lot of historical context in it if you look at it. So, but they don't want us. They don't want us to keep bringing that stuff up and because it reminds them of how they were and that they can't really be like that now. And then the ones that have moved on or move forward or progressed in life don't want to be reminded of what their forefathers did.
Yeah.
So they may not be racist people, but it's like I'm tired of hearing about it. I don't want to keep hearing about how my forefathers treated. I'm not like that. Because that's the first thing they'll say is I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But you can't
what's so crazy, they don't become so blatant. It's so many different videos coming up where they, you got these what they call Karens now and all this stuff. They think they can just say whatever the hell they want to say. It's several
and it's okay.
Yeah. This one dude, man, he whooped in the stove. This one dude.
You know the one that hit him and the dude started apologizing back to him. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I love you.
I love you. Man, he hit that man so hard. He made the man tell him, I love you, man. That was
you knew
exactly I don't condone violence, y'all.
No, by no means.
By no means. This show, we don't condone violence. But for you to sit there and call somebody the N-word, and then as soon as they clock you because you the cop, now you love them. That was pretty hilarious.
Right.
Great question. Ms. Gwen said, my first thoughts are they are able to separate or compartmentalize it as art. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, or their craft while completing it. Secondly, they are probably very rooted in self as a people to be able to deliver while carrying the scars of our past, either for the sake of the message or the wealth attached to the project. That's what I said. I think
I gotta do some research because I want to know myself. I'm sure somebody.
Yeah, I think because now, and I think it depends too, Phyllis, on what era or in what era the movies you're talking about, because when they was doing blackface and all that kind of stuff, that was a different and they weren't those movies or they had the Uncle Tom, they had the I don't know why I don't I'm scratching my head. I don't know why Mr. Charlie don't, them type of movies.
Yeah.
I think again, it would those kind of movies were bad, but when they played slaves and stuff like that, I think it's different because they really wanted to capture that role, like Ms. Gwen said, really wanted to capture and show, hey, this is what really happened to our folk, And it's a different than the Uncle Tom movie where, hey, I don't know, why I don't know. You know, them type of movies where they just make you sound dumb and them like black people are less than, you know. Yeah, so them kind of movies, I don't know. Maybe so. You know, because that's a horrible role out to play where you just playing like a stupid, ignorant dude, you know.
Yeah.
You know? Or the women, they had the Aunt Jemima thing on top of their head. And, Miss Susie, you know. So yeah. It could be Phyllis. Could be.
It's gonna be my homework when soon I get out here.
When I taught preschool, I had a white preschooler that happily told me I was a good N-word. Ooh. I shared it with the parent who turned beet red when the child said she heard it at home. The baby was trying to express I was her favorite teacher. Yeah, the emotions that erupted from the actual movies made me wonder how they went through the movie. Yeah. That's a good question. Damn good question. All right, we got to get out of here, man. I'm almost sounding like we got to get out of here. Yeah, we got to get out of here. But man, shout out to Queen. We're gonna hold her tea for tomorrow, man. She basically was gonna give us an update from the 6-year-old that was hit by the car.
I'm anyway, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't really want that to go with what we were saying, so I withheld it on purpose today.
I think you did.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys again. Also, again, we want to thank our special guest today, Monica Mays. Don't Do Too Much podcast, for coming on and sharing her podcast, what it's going to be about, and when it's going to start. So April the 9th, we're looking forward to that. Make sure, again, you guys go to her page, her Facebook page and YouTube page, and like, share, and subscribe to those channels as well. Ms. Gwen said, I'm 67 and I'm not comfortable watching certain movies even today. Slave movies, I watch them because I want to understand historically, because I wasn't in there. I wasn't born in that time. And so I like to watch them. And I like to watch the actors give such dramatic performances, because to me, it's a true representation, or it may not be true representation, but they try to get it as real, I think, and you know, as Amistad was probably like, again, I'm finna go back and put that on. I'm finna go back and look at it right now. Well, not look at it, but go and pull it up and put it in my queue so I can look at it. And that's gonna be one of the movies I look at over the next week or so. But all right,
come on. Yeah, most definitely triggering. So
yep.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you guys, man. We can't wait for Monday to come on with the podcast, and we're gonna get ready to pray and get out. Lord God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for us being able to share and fellowship and share our thoughts and fellowship. We ask you to continue to touch Tony family, my family, Queen family, and everybody that's represented. We ask you to meet us back here on tomorrow, and we ask you to do all this in your darling son Jesus' name. We said, Amen.
Amen, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bad time,
same bad place.
2 Men in Hats. Let's talk about it.
Good morning. Good morning. You already know what time it is. Tony, Lavelle, 2 Men in Hats podcast. Pull up to the table, grab a seat, let's begin. Real conversations when the hats come in. Life lessons, relationships too. Different perspectives, but the talk stay true. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Life, love, truth, and wisdom. Yeah, we talking about it. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Don't miss it on Facebook and YouTube. Pull up and go kick it. Tony got perspective. The Bell bring it truth. And when Queen Watkins pull up, she spilling that tea for you. Queen Watkins segment. Like that TAT. You know when Queen step in the room, the conversation getting real, real soon. Real soon. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. 2 Men in Hats podcast. Yeah, we talking about it.